Yeah, something as simple as walk. I recently was when I was in New York.
Strong
my
man.
friend was like, the producer I'm working with. He's like, no, step on this side. I walk on the outside. I said, forgive me. I'm so used to walking to my own beat and taking care of me that's strange to me. So I'm gonna have to get used to you pushing me off the side to the side so that you can walk on the outside of me. Because we're programmed. So we have to, ladies, we have to let up, and men, you have to step forward.
Well, not even just the ladies letting up, but you're right. We need to not even just let up, but we need to realize that that is our place at certain times. Men are supposed to lead. Like, I think that because of the past situations, we're getting so accustomed to being so independent. And I've said this before. People are like, why you say that? I kind of, this whole independent movement, ladies, I'm just, work with me for a moment. I'm with this whole independent, we're independent. But at the end of the day, it does feel good for a man to lead in some ways. You should still be independent in your thoughts and your ways and have your own goals and dreams. But why do we have to be so independent to the point where we're opening our own doors, we're paying our own bills, we're holding down the house, we're stroking their egos, stroking our own egos. No one's stroking. There's a lot of stroking going on here. No pun intended.
A lot of stroking.
Yeah, no pun intended. But yeah, we're doing so many things that we're not even allowing the man to be a man. Like Empress J was saying, a lot of us are so strong. A lot of women, because we are so used to doing things on our own and we're used to leading our own situation, we don't even allow the men to come in and do that. So we need to get, I feel some of the, and in our culture, this maybe it's just, I don't know if it's just American culture or what, but I know in my culture, the women are a little more passive. In African culture, for those who are not aware, originally from Ghana, where my family's from Ghana. And in certain cultures, the women are a little more passive, but in American culture, we tend to be a little more strong. And it's not that, I don't think it's that we don't, it's not that we don't want to be passive, but I think that because of the lack of men being strong, as Empress J was even saying, and as we were saying earlier, men having to get their ego stroked, women have had to step up and play both roles in the house. Not just mom and dad, but husband and wife at times. I know of women that are married and they're having to hold it down, pay the bills, clean the house, cook, do everything, and make themselves feel sexy and beautiful and wanted. While the man there, his ego has been struck or whatever, he's down on his whatever, and he doesn't do the things that he could possibly do. And it's not fair. It's not fair to the women. Let us be a woman. Don't just say, you guys be a woman. Be a man. So I challenge the men out there. We said we're going to have a men challenge. I've been collecting some of my callers and some of my listeners and viewers out there, strong men that have been calling into the show, because I want them to clone themselves. Not just that, right, but I want them to talk to and challenge all the other men out there, because birds of a feather flock together, and I believe these strong men have strong male friends around them. They have to. I don't feel as though you could be your only soldier in your army. And we need more men like that, because it's going to help everybody in the end. It's going to help relationships. It's going to help heal things. Hi, everybody out there. I see you guys love it. I love it too. Thank you so much. Call in. Please, man. I'd love to hear from you on this topic. We're talking about when enough is enough. Why is it, or who is it in a relationship that puts up with more crap? The men or the women? And that's why we're talking about men stepping up, because a lot of times women have so much faith in the relationship when it shouldn't be there. Thank you for the love, guys. Please call in. Who has more strength hope or faith in a relationship? Men or women? And why? Is this by design? Is it natural for women to just want to put up with more things, or is this just something that we just happen to do? Who has more strength in a relationship? Not strength, but hope. Well, yeah, that is strength. Hope and faith in a relationship, it does take strength. It does. And we're talking about hope and faith towards your dreams. What does it mean to you? Call us up. We'd love to talk to you. Give us some personal testimonies about situations in your own life. You don't have to say your names. We're going to give some personal testimonies in our life of when we've had to have hope and strength and faith. Call us up. 202-697-9497 for all those. Thank you, Miss Love. I'm going to read your comment. I got one coming in. It's the men being taken, killed, having to be excessively worked to provide. It takes away from them being there. Oh, wow. Okay, I got to read this because this is a good one. She's saying that it's the men being taken, killed, and having to be excessively worked to provide. It takes away from them being there, and it's a dominoes effect into your younger generation. We have to be forced to be independent. Oh. Basically is what we were just saying. It is a domino effect. So basically, I hear you, Miss Love. You're basically saying it's the men being taken away. They're being killed and having to work excessively, and it takes away from them being there. Okay, I like that. I can see where you're going with that. And because of this reason, women are having to be independent and provide because the men are being taken away. Wow.
Because look at our
I know. Okay, no problem for the typos, but I understood, sweetie. I read it right. I believe that if I said it correctly, if I didn't retype it, I got your message, Miss Love. Oh, good morning to you, Nana. Hey, Kojo. Hey, Nana, please call. Thank you. Yes, I want to hear from the men. Miss Love, I think I got what you were saying. I got what you were saying about men being taken away from the home. So basically what you were saying, Empress, that a lot of times the men are being taken away and the women have no choice but to be independent.
So I can hear our sister, Sarah, in my head.
Yeah, she's
going back to the slavery. You know, we're under that slavery syndrome, that the residual effects of slavery. You know, we were stripped away. Our families were broken apart. We didn't have control over our families. Our men were degraded and abused and misused. And then you move further up and you look at the welfare system and how you couldn't
have a man in the household to get benefits.
To get help. So it's like, you either let me help you or you make the man. And then even with the child support system and the different things.
Miss Love was saying on the floor, I don't know if you should watch your comments coming in on the floor. Because what she's saying, another person just said that it's happening now too. You're right. With certain systems, when we need help, because there's times when things go wrong. I'm not saying men are not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm not saying that.
Right.
There are some men out there that are. But they get laid off, things happen, the economy is bad. They're trying. And it's not fair that men that are trying, they're not allowed to be with the woman while they're going through what they're going through. I have to play devil's advocate and go on the other side of it and feel for the men too, because there are times men try. And they can't find a job in their career or their field, or they find a job but it's not enough to provide for the family. But they're not allowed to be with the family while they're going through their trial. That's not fair. So that's the government again.
So then we've been conditioned to not allow men to be men.
Yeah.
From the time we reach to the shores, whether you was dropped off in the islands or you were dropped off in the United States. Unfortunately, in the United States, you know, because of our governmental systems that assist, supposedly, you know, we've been conditioned to continuously dismantle our family.
Yep.
And now we have a whole new generation, a whole new culture of, and it may be different a little bit from outside of this area. I would love for someone to call from another area.
No, I don't think it's different.
Listen about how I just hear men are more apt to move in with a woman and let her take care of them.
Well, okay. I think what you're saying is like region-wise.
Right, region-wise.
Okay. Yeah, because we've heard that whole good old Southern hospitality mentality that the men in the South are a little more apt to want to take care of their ladies. I'm good.
Right. So I think our experience.
Call in.
Yeah, all of my brothers out there who are from somewhere else or live somewhere else.
Well, the hustle is different too.
Yeah,
let's go up north for a moment. We got our New Yorkers. New York, where you at? You guys are always calling in. New York, where you at?
Right.
Them New Yorkers hustle.
Yes.
They find 2 or 3 things to do. They don't just be like, okay, I can't get a job. They make a job.
Honey, we gonna be on this corner beating these buckets.
These buckets.
We gonna make some money.
We gonna sell this stuff on the train. They don't be playing that. No, I got it. Yeah.
Right. So regionally, and so I think we're true. So, and it's DMV. So peculiar here in the DMV area with the mentality of men and relationships. Like, I found it too. I just had a friend who had a situation where, you know, he had a tenant and the tenant was female and from his country. And so, you know, he was a little more apt to rent to her. And then after a while, she rented an apartment in the house. And then after a while, the boyfriend would frequent and then just every night. So basically, he had moved in, and then the next thing you know, his mama had moved in too. But ain't nobody paying no rent. Like what?
Because.
But that mentality that I'm gonna move in with you, have a secure place, I'm gonna move in with you, but then we still not going to take care of you.
Yeah, but even if someone's helping you do something and they're looking out for you in a way, that should make you want to give to the person, like, regardless. Like, you can't expect anything for free out here. And guys, I see the messages that's coming in. I'm about to read them. You can't just expect
Good morning,
things.
Terry.
Yeah, so many good mornings going on out here. Oh, Dwayne, I see you pretty. What's up? Where you been at, girl? Call up. I know you got something to add to this. Hope and faith is what we're discussing again. I know I don't want to stray away. You all that are tuning in first don't know what's going on. I wish you guys would stop texting me, though, my friends out there, because you're messing up my broadcast. Yes. So hope and faith is what we're talking about. Hi, everybody. I see you. Hey. Call in 202-697-9497. Don't just say hello. Call me up and give me a hello. We're talking about hope and faith. And in relationships, who has more hope and faith in a relationship? Who puts up with more crap? When is enough enough? I want to hear some personal testimonies. Empress was just talking about a situation where a guy, I don't think he was in a relationship with a girl, but it was a friendship. And relationships don't always have to be intimate relationships. It could be friendships. Sometimes you put up with too much from your friends. When is it too much? And you're helping your friend too much. She's like it. Sometimes you help a friend too much. And you're doing too much for a friend. And when is enough enough? It doesn't just have to be your mate. When is enough enough? And why do we do this? Men or female? Who puts up with more crap in a relationship? Call us up. We want to know. 202-697-9497. You can write a book. Who can write a book? I want to hear what you got to say. All right.
Call in. And if you're in Trinidad, big up Trinidad again. If you're in New York, wherever you are, you can call in. It's a Skype call, so just call. It's not long distance. Call in. We'd love to hear from you. I see all you big enough.
All right. Trinidad, Miss C at TNT. I'm about to read it out. All right. Mr. Bethel, thank you. Oh, wow. There's more. There's a lot coming in. Okay. I got one for you. Some women want to be independent, saying that they don't need a man. Then, when they are lonely, they say men aren't good, they're dogs. Men were meant to be... Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I like this. Men were made to be and to protect women. Where these women refuse that... Oh, my gosh. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read the comment all the way. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Men were made to protect women. When the women refuse that protection, they turn and reject us. TNT. That's coming from Trinidad. So, TNT, Miss C, and you're right. We were saying that earlier on. We need to learn how to be a little passive at times. So, I agree with what you're saying right there. There are times that women do not allow men to be men. And because of that, men have more hope and faith in relationships, TNT? Is that bias? All right, it's coming from a man. I'm not going to say it's not. So, TNT saying that men have more hope and faith in relationship. Women, where you at? What you think about that? What do you mean? I think it's us. Oh, okay. All right, Miss Love. The fact that men mature biologically slower than us, and a lot of us women are raised by strong women. Shade. It's kind of the times. Miss Love, I like it. You said because it sometimes causes of, oh my God, causes of two losses patience when men don't move how we expect them to, and expectations put pressure on men and cause them to not to want to react or not know how to react, and they shut down. Girl, Miss Love, I wish you had called in on that one. I'm gonna read that one.
You must be in the office.
Girl, are you in my brain, Miss Love? Miss Love, I like that one. There's two causes. I love that. So basically, guys, what she's saying is that when men don't move the way we expect them to, and expectations and pressures on men cause them not to want to react or know how to react. We said that earlier, men. Check yourself. Check your emotional status. They shut down. Miss Love, I agree. I totally agree.
Wait.
Hold on, I gotta give her a round. Give her, please. Yeah.
You get that.
Miss Love, I agree. When men are challenged and they don't know how to do what we expect of them, they shut down. I'm sorry. I have to agree with that. And men out there, please call in if you don't expect. Oh, thank you, honey. I could write a book. I will one day. Don't worry. It's coming, Miss Walker. You're right. It's coming. All this experience and references. Girl, amen. I like that. Miss Walker, thank you for that. I think I shall.
Let's repeat that number.
Yes, 202-697-9497. Call us up. What do you think, men? Please don't let us speak for you. We got a man that just spoke up for you on the Facebook floor. What do you think, men out there? Women, shout us out. Women, call in. Stick up for us a little bit. We're sticking up for us over here. You hear what he said in TNT? He basically said that men have more faith and hope in a relationship. I don't know about that one.
When though?
Actually, I'm going to actually challenge that one because you know what? I got a story to tell about. I have a friend that's a correctional officer, Empress J, and in the prison system. Yes, we all know about those that got locked up. Don't act like you. Don't. Big up to the correction facilities out there. Hopefully, y'all can be online listening. We've all had a friend that's gone to that college far away. I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship with a guy that's ever gotten in trouble. I have. I know friends that have.
Make a comment.
Now, a lot of times when men get locked up, I've had friends that have been married to men that got locked up, friends that were dealing with a guy that got locked up. Women are always supporting them. Facebook floor, let me know if you disagree. Women are always supporting their men when they get locked up. They support them financially. They write to them. They physically support. They drive far distances just to see people for 30 minutes.
Put a woman on the books.
Yeah, that's the money, honey. Women will drive 2 and 3 hours away from their home to go and see a man for 30 minutes. Even if they get there, they might get shut down. They don't care. They just want to support. Now, reverse. I have a friend that works in a correctional facility for women. The amount of visits that women receive from their men will never compare to the amount of visits that men receive from women in correctional facilities. Wow. That's probably a fact, and I'm going to say it. I don't have a number, but I'm going to say it's a fact. When that judge gives that sentence, women sentence themselves. They go into lockup with the man. They support them. Yes. They have faith and hope that when that man comes home, they're going to be together. There's an image on Facebook floor. I think it was on Twitter. I don't know where it was, but I saw it of a woman. She was gratifying her man behind prison gates. Yes, she was gratifying him behind prison gates. Yes, Empress Day. She was performing, I don't care, oral sex with her man from the outside of the prison gates. It's known for women to go into these facilities and have sex with men there. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the extent that a woman goes to have hope and faith in a relationship, even when the man's not there, is ridiculous compared to what a man will do for a woman. When a woman gets locked up, a lot of men don't go to visit their women. And guess what? A lot of the men are the reason that the woman got locked up. Women take the beef. They sometimes they hold, they take the beef for the man. They've even at times hold evidence for the man. There are times that thank you, Mr. Yahweh. Please check me out. They take the beef for the man. They sometimes hold evidence for a man. They get locked up for their man. There's a show right now out on TV One. Actually, I was on that show, ironically. It's called For My Man. Yes, guys, I was there. It was great. Episode 16, season 2. Yes, I was on that show. I played the victim, though. But in my situation, that story that I played the victim in, the woman that killed me, or killed this girl, which was me, she did it for a man. Basically, a lot of times, some women put a lot more hope and faith into a relationship than the man. To the extent that they get in trouble, they get locked up. A lot of times their dreams are put on hold because they have so much faith in their man before they have faith in themselves. And what I was talking about earlier about the lockup, that's true. A lot of times when men get locked up, almost, I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but a lot of times women still go and see that man. They go see the man. They go visit him. They put money on his books. They take away from their own household at times to support their man. So I'm challenging you all out there. That's an extreme situation of a relationship where the man's not even there and the woman is still fighting for things to be right. And they have the faith that they're going to be together when they get home. And a lot of times when these Negroes come home, they don't even hook up with the woman that's held them down, bruh. They don't even hook up with you.
Let me plank real quick.
I'm going to plank with you. I'm going to plank with you. Because a lot of times the man comes home after this woman has held him down and he's not even with her. A lot of times there's relationships when the man is there here and the woman holds things down and he leaves her once he gets himself together. So who puts up with more? When is enough enough? I personally feel that women put up with more than men in relationships. I believe that women want it to work. It's in our nature. It's like we're healers by nature. We're nurturers. So we want the relationship to work. We don't usually go into a relationship thinking that it's not going to work. Come on, ladies, be real. When you meet that brother out there and he's fine and he got it going on, he's got a great job and he's got all the package, all his teeth. You're mad. You're mad. You're mad. He's got that wide back. As you all know, I love that wide back. I'm a mess. He got that wide back or he got that package. We already visited the wedding. Girl, this be the first date and you already pictured him in a tux. Well, he hasn't even standed the test. And you already like, yeah, this one, he's for me.
Yes.
But again, men wait for the right time. Women look for the right man. So it's totally different. So we already going into it like, yeah, this is going to work. Empress, I don't know if I'm wrong, but for me, this is what I've heard and experienced. We're like, this is going to work. This is going to work.
Oh, yeah.
So that one time he slips up, you're like, oh.
But he's still good, though.
But
he still be laying it down.
Oh, he laying that wood down. Sorry, guys. I have a mouth. You know me. Empress J knows I say things people don't want to hear. Maybe he's laying down that good pipe or that wood, or he's stroking whatever you need to be stroked. And you allow this to make you think that he's good for you. You make yourself think that this Negro, or maybe he's not a Negro. He could be a Latino. Or, you know, for all my Asian sisters, it could be an Asian persuasion. Whatever he is, he could be white and right. Whatever you're dealing with, you make yourself think that it's right. And you start putting up with stuff. You start putting up with stuff. Yes, I'm keeping it 1,000. Thank you. Yes, I am. I'm keeping it 1,000 because it's getting cold out there. It's that cold season. And we start letting brothers in that don't need to be in because we don't sometimes know when enough is enough. Black women do hold it down. I'm about to read that comment that just came in. A lot of black women hold it down. We put up with so much stuff. Call us up if you don't agree. Call us up if you do agree. We put up with a lot. And when we put up with so much, we condition ourselves to think that the relationship is okay. And it's not. They're not doing what you need done. So let these brothers know, hey, you're not doing what I need done. Sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder. Put your relationship to the test. If you love this man, and I'm not saying that men can't change, because there are times men can change. But if you love this man and you really want it to work, you see things in this man. So I remember I told a brother one time, I see more in you than you see in yourself.
Oh, my drop!
I see more in you than you see more in yourself. There I was having that faith, that hope. This brother didn't even see it in himself. So why should I have to implant that into his mind? Not through a relationship. You can still be in the theater, as I've said in past broadcasts, but you ain't got to be in the front row, boo. You can still be around, but you don't have to be in the front row. And I'm not saying you have to always cut men off that aren't doing you right. You just can cut off certain things.
And there it is.
I'm keeping it 1,000. You can cut off certain things. Men don't always got to get the goodies if they're not putting in the work. Okay, ladies? Hold back on some of that. Make him work for it. And if you, yes, I know, I see you calling me. Call the show. I can't talk to you. Call the show. Call the show.
Yes,
show. I see you guys calling my phone. Don't call that. Call the show. I'm going to read that comment that just came in. I'm coming down. Okay. All right, Mr. TNT. You said again, we're not supporting the men. Okay.
Oh, TNT in the building.
TNT, all right, it's fair. I'm just going to give you a read your comment again. TNT says, Mr. Bethel says, again, we're not supporting the men in your lives. If a woman is a woman, she should know when to get out of a situation. Hold up, okay. let me make something clear. We're not beefing, but thank you for the
on my
opposition.
Facebook so he could see my face.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that a woman's not a woman when she's in a certain situation. We're still the woman. I'm just saying that by nature, a lot of times we try to nurture situations that don't need nurturing. Empress Day, I'm getting a little bit in my feelings. He's basically trying to say that girl, yes.
So we gotta know when to get out.
Right. If we're a woman, then be a woman and know when to get out.
Instead of you being a man and saying, no, I'm not stepping up to the plate. So let me let you go so that you can be all that you can be, and I'm not stifling you. See, that's what, to me, a strong man would do. Hey, babe, I'm sorry.
I had to give you an applause in the middle of your comment because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I had to round of applause in the middle of your comment. Please repeat that for Mr. TNT because I don't know if TNT is hearing that. So and I got Mr. Devin. I'm about to read your Thank you, Mr. Devin. I'm about to read that comment to backfire on what I
don't know what's going on in Trinidad, but let me tell you what's going on here, baby. First of all, yes, a woman need to have sense enough and strength enough and faith enough to get out of a situation that's not good. But a man need to stop being a man and stop.
We got to call her. Wait, Empress Day. Girl, I want to call in. Let's see what they got to say. All right, caller, you're live on the air. You're live on the air in the Ask Anicco Show. Where are you calling from?
Hey, Ann, it's Edwina.
Hey, what's up, Brittany? Oh, thank you for calling, Edwina. Yes, I need you to speak in on this. Edwina, good morning, pretty. I hope you're hearing all these things coming in on the Facebook floor about this comment, about whether or not, who has more faith in a relationship, men or women. First of all, hold on, Edwina, where are you calling from?
Right now, I'm in Pennsylvania.
All right, good. And can you please let our callers know your culture? Where are you from?
I'm West African. I'm Liberian.
All right. That's important to the conversation. All right. Liberia in the building.
Yes.
It's important to what you're about to say. That's why I want everybody to know, because I just talked about culture when it comes to this whole topic. Now, Edwina, are you going to add to the topic of hope and faith in your dreams and goals? Or are you going to talk about who has more hope and faith in a relationship, men or women, and why?
No, I was going to talk about the relationship stuff.
Hello. Come on, my girl. This is what I'm talking about. See, my African sisters called them. Come on, please, Charlie, tell them.
No, I was just going to add that I feel like you hit it on the nail when you said that women look for the man and men look for timing. Because, my situation with that guy that I dated for like 7+ years, it's like we'll meet a guy and you're like, this is the one. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the guy's thinking, I'm not ready. Is this the time? Blah, blah, blah. But women have this tendency, at least I know I did, to keep, like you said, we see more in the person than they see themselves, or we see more in the relationship maybe than the guy sees, and we just keep going and dismiss all the red flags.
Girl, I'm getting
sometimes, it's like, it's a crapshoot. Sometimes it works out. Like, I know girls who did the same thing that I did, and, went off and on with the guy for like 8-9 years, and now they're married. And then there's people like me who did it and they're not. And so in hindsight, they say hindsight is 20/20.
Hold on. Wait. I gotta give you one. Hold up.
Bomber drop!
A bomber drop. Say that line again for those who didn't hear what you just said, because that was very important.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Hello. It's vision.
Exactly. And if I had to give my younger self advice, or anyone else who's younger than me, I would say that you have to, like you said, test your relationship and kind of act more selfishly. Because I feel like in general and biologically, men are more selfish than women. It's like we're programmed to be caretakers, nurturers, to, forgive you and try to be like the backbone, especially when you come from a third world culture, African, Latin American, or Middle Eastern, Indian. It's like that's how we're taught. Like,
hey!
You're the woman, you're supposed to, oh, he cheats, it's okay, let it go. Or he did this, it's okay, let it go. He's a man, that's what men do. You know what I mean? But the reality is, times are changing, and just because that's the way that things were done in the past doesn't mean that, that it's the correct way. And so, like I said, if I could give my younger self advice, I would have been more about myself. And said, okay, and like Patty Stanger from Millionaire Matchmaker said, you give somebody a year and a half. If they don't want to, commit to you in the way in which you want them to commit, then be strong enough to walk away from that relationship, because the only commodity that we have is time. Everything else can be replaced.
Wait, Adrina, please, I have to, please, because the things you are saying, wait.
Liberian girl, you're on point.
No, you're on point. I gotta give you a round of applause because everything you're saying is on point. You just said time is our only commodity. Girl, wait a minute.
Money, you can replace clothes, you can replace everything, but like when I sit down, the thing that like vexes me the most is like I gave this person so much of my time, like time that I can't get back, time that you can't grind over there, time that you denied other dates and other people.
Oh my God! You don't understand what you're doing to me. Your words are resonating like a chime. You are speaking to everyone listening out there. You are so right.
Yes.
Time. We give these brothers, some of these brothers, our time. Like that TNT guy said, women have to know when to be women. First of all, TNT, as Edwina just eloquently said, by nature, we try to make things right because we see more in some of y'all Bamas than y'all see in yourselves.
Good. You did not
cuss. I was about to cuss. I wanted to say the other word, MFers, out there than y'all seeing yourselves. Because that's why we get with y'all in the first place. Don't think we're not a woman. We see certain things in you. That's why we're there. But
and some guys, even when you try to act like a woman and be more like submissive, because I mean, I have a very strong personality, but you know, at times, I would, not at times, but often, you know, I would try to be submissive, like, especially if he did something that I didn't like if I saw a text message, you know, it's like, normally my instinct would have been to be like, F you, I'm never talking to you again, but then it's like, he comes, he apologizes, he buys flowers, takes you out, blah, 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 so then you turn into, like, this docile woman, and a lot of men see that as, unfortunately, a sign of weakness. In my opinion, you know, they won't tell you, oh, you're being weak, but it's like, they kind of expect you to react that way, and they're like, okay, yeah, their friends is like, you know what you gotta do, just move it over with her, get her some drinks, you know, I mean, get her some presents, lay down the pipe, blah, 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 and, you know, put her back into that submissive woman position, and they take advantage of that.
Girl, that pipe is dangerous.
You know, they take advantage of that, and it becomes an expectation.
Girl,
because if you do something too often, nobody appreciates it.
Oh my
they
God.
expect it. And that's the danger of that. It's like you can do and be nice to your man, but it's like until you have a ring on your finger or you know this person has serious intentions for you, you kind of have to like dole out, you know, that submissiveness and that tenderness because they will take advantage of it.
Exactly.
And I have better luck. First of all, I have better luck with men who think I'm out of their league. That's another thing. You know, when I was dating that particular guy, like we met in college, like on paper we were perfect. We were like, you know, yin and yang, the same, like same background, same education. I think I'm attractive.
Girl, you're beautiful. I don't know, for all those who don't know who she is, that's my friend, that's my girl. She's very strong, I got to interlude for a second because you are pretty. Girl got a hell of a body, and she's very pretty. So, yeah, in her mind,
pretty in the face, in the waist.
Hello, pretty in the face, tiny in the waist, and her brain is nothing to be played with, honey. She's highly educated. So she is actually sometimes considered to some weak ass brothers out there a threat instead of a compliment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to my ex-boyfriend, I think I wouldn't say he saw me as a threat, but he was just like.
You don't know how to handle it.
From how it got back to me was like he didn't see any reason why he couldn't be with me. It's like I checked off everything. Maybe my personality kind of irritated him a little bit because you know sometimes I could have a strong personality, but he only when he brought it out of me. But he just wasn't ready to make that commitment. So you know,
it had nothing to do with you. It was within himself.
I mean that's what he claims. But then when we broke up, like 3-4 months later, I found out he was dating this like 22-year-old white girl. So it's like, and that just for me like confirmed that it was really just. Timing. It's like he didn't want to get married, so he was like, oh, me and Zelina are like pushing 30. She's talking about getting married. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and date somebody like way younger who, you know,
not looking for
that's not looking for
more time.
Right.
That's what it is. Like you said, men look for the timing. You know what I mean? Whereas like women, like when we see the guy, we're like, this is him. We have to dig our heels in and invest and invest and invest. And sometimes guys know that. And most times they'll take advantage of it. And my second point was that I also think it's a personality type. Like I didn't want to just bash men because I know there are some men, I know a couple of them, who are just very emotional and, you know, more different, than like the typical guy. And they will invest in relationships, like, despite all the red flags and, you know, continue to, like, take after certain women for whatever reason. And in those instances, I think, like I said, it's a personality issue. And I was like doubly screwed because
She's right.
I'm a girl and I was raised African, and also I know I have that personality issue of having what's the word, like an abandonment complex. You know what I mean?
A lot of women do. A lot of us do.
So I would rather be in the relationship, or even and I do this a lot in my friendships as well. So like I said, it's not just about male bashing.
Right. Friendships too. Yeah.
Yeah, friendships where it's like I was giving
to someone who don't
and
deserve.
then the person is just, because once you give, people get used to taking. They're like, oh, I don't need to do that much because she's gonna do everything. I don't think it's conscious. It's like subconscious. It's just how the dynamic kind of evolves in the relationship, and everyone takes their role.
Yep.
And so it's like
you teach people how to treat you.
Yeah, you teach people how to treat.
You teach them.
People how to treat you. And then I also just kind of like ended a long-term friendship because I was like, a couple of things like kept happening where I felt like I was getting disrespected, but then she would come back and apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like a man. It's like, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then we get back together again as friends, and then something else happens, and then I was just like recently like, man, I have to break the cycle because this is like my third friendship I've had like that where I'm like, we ended up not being friends, and the signs were all over the wall, but it's that thing in me where it's like I don't want to let go of what's familiar. I'm afraid of failed relationships, and I never wanted to be like a fair weather friend.
Girl,
I perceive that someone who's like flip flop or only with you when you're popping bottles.
Yeah, she got. Hold on.
Who I am.
Hold on. We got. Girl, you are really chiming in on so much stuff because. You're right. We're not just talking about the intimate relationships, but there are friendships out there that you may have that are not healthy. Like you said, you giving so much to certain friends, and they're not even doing the same for you. You have a friend out there, Facebook floor, anyone listening out there, and they do a lot for you. Try to become someone else's miracle. Stop looking to receive a miracle and try to be someone else's miracle. Help your friends when they need help too. Because guess what? Like you said, it's give and take. Because after a while, somebody keep giving. Like she's saying, she's got a friend. She's helping the person out, and they're not appreciating it because they've gotten used to it, and it's not fair. I had a friend like that too. I cut her off. It was hard for me to cut her off because we were friends for so long, and I got used to that. I was like, you know what? After a while, I was like, man, this girl's not my friend. If you have to keep asking if this person is your friend, they're not your friend.
And then I have the opposite where I didn't cut off. They cut themselves out because they were users. And once they got everything that they needed out of the relationship, they bounced. And my faith and hope that this person wasn't the evil, conniving, corrupt person that they were, like maybe it's a growing pain. Well, all the rest of my real friends around me are like, I don't like this girl. She's not good for you. She's not good for us. She's not... she's about herself. She's selfish. She's thirsty. Like, I'm hearing all these things. I'm like, but,
you don't know
me having faith and hope and the good thing that I could see in her. And then she cut herself off, and then it allowed me to just accept.
That was actually a blessing.
It was.
Imagine if she kept being around. You may have not seen that, and she would have kept on drawing blood like a leech. Though we're talking about the leeches, okay? People out there don't understand what we're saying. It's the leeches.
Well, fuck.
They are called liabilities and not assets. You have liabilities and assets. In finance, you have them, and in life, you have them. So in relationships, you have them. So as Ms. Walker is eloquently saying, if they're not an asset to your life, they're not helping to bring forth the greatness in you, they're now a liability. So you have to, guess what? You let go. You clear them out. And it's hard. Because sometimes you get used to certain relationships, like she was saying. I feel the same way. I've done the same thing. I've had these 3 and 4, 5, 6 year no relationships. I'm like, wait a minute. How long did this happen? We didn't even have a relationship. Right, girl. I had one girl. I got one better on you. I had a relationship. I was in a relationship, and he wasn't. I was like, wait a minute. Girl, I thought I was in a relationship. But he wasn't. I was, but he wasn't. I was putting forth efforts of that a girlfriend or a significant other, I'm not going to say significant other. Screw that word. That shit is crap and all that crap. A girlfriend would do for somebody. And this Negro wasn't even giving forth 1/8 or shit.
Taking advantage.
Hello. Because I was so nice. I was too sweet. I saw more in him than he saw in himself. And I felt like, but I'm not going to just I'm not going to just put it on myself like I was a fool TNT, like women out there needed women, wouldn't know when to move on. He gave little crumbs that made me think that it was going to be all right. He gave little hints and words, and I ain't talking about just laying that pipe. I'm talking about also words of encouragement, like, who knows what the future may hold? I don't know where this may go. You're very special to me.
The bait.
I don't want you to see other people. So they still say things there because they're not a man enough to step away when they're not good enough for a real woman. So there's
I don't know if it's necessarily about not being a man enough. It's just about you created a comfortable situation.
Okay.
So he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah. But also if you are a man, you don't take advantage of women. And men need to be men. I'm not raising my sons to ever take advantage of any woman. If you don't have nothing to offer this woman and you have no good intentions, like I said in the back, in the heart, the worst coward is taking a woman's heart with no intention to love her. That's the worst coward. A man can capture your heart with no intentions of loving you. And men, you know what I'm talking about. You know the woman is madly in love with you, but you have no intentions of loving this woman. Step away so that a real brother or man can come into her life and love her the way she deserves to be loved. You see a pretty flower, as Empress has put a piece of chocolate cake, and you want to eat it, but you're full.
Chocolates.
You don't have you're not emotionally available. That's fair. Say that. Say that. Be honest. We've said that in past shows. We talked about it in another show, Friends with Benefits and all kinds of. Be honest and tell the woman what your intentions are. Stop trying to be slick. And don't just, and I'm not even going to put it on you, Miss Walker, because I'm sure there were times that person gave little intentions that this thing will be okay. You're a very intelligent women. You're not going to just be, like the TNT was saying, oh, women need to be women and know when to walk away. No, we do. But you guys, when we're ready to walk away, then you come back, like she was saying, with these gifts. And you come back with these seeming intentions of wanting to be with us. Things that you say and do, like you want us to be your woman. Like you don't want anybody else to have us. But you too are not ready to have us. So then roll out.
I don't want you, but I don't want
nobody else to have you. That's some selfish bullshit. I'm going to just say it. That's selfish. But Miss Walker, we don't want to keep you too long, girl, because I know we're going to go back and forth all morning. I appreciate you calling in, sweetie. You were so right and on point about a whole bunch of, I can't wait to replay the show. You really went in there about friendships. And yep.
My Facebook friend, Stephanie,
What's she saying
I see you. She's just like 100% agrees. She's like blowing up the Facebook wall like, yes, yes, yes. She's right on point.
Yes. Girl, everyone's loving it. I got comments coming in. Girl,
yes.
There's comments coming in about you, Miss Walker, the stuff you just said. They said they love what you said about intervention. Intervene on those relationships. Someone else said, you're right, black women hold down the wrong men. Mr. Duckett. Mr. Duckett.
Yes, Mr. Duckett. Right. Mr. Reverse, too, because I wanted to chime in before we go to a musical break that, yes, there are some men that hold on to bad relationships. But it seemed like, I call it the Juicy J syndrome.
They're like ratchet pussy.
You like, oh!
Sorry, I went there.
They like that ratchet. Yeah.
Sorry,
and
I went
so
there.
You're like, what? What? You're in your mind like, what?
Just like you meet men and you're like, that's your baby mother? How'd that happen?
No shade, no read, but why?
Why?
Right. So, and no matter what the person has done, they've, I have a good friend of mine was dating someone. The woman took everything. When I say literally everything, cleaned the house out. When he come home, all he could say was, hello, 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 hello. Months later, a year later, or whatever, however long time span, after he in another good relationship with a good person, leave that person and go back to that same woman.
What?
Marry, have a child, and end up divorcing because now all of a sudden, after all of the drama, you finally realize that.
So what was it in the man?
Like what
was it in that man? Men, I want to hear from you. What is it in you all's DNA that makes y'all stick it out with the wrong woman? What's going on with that? Is that something that you all do to make yourselves feel better about your situation? Is it an ego stroker? Like the fact that you have to build up a woman that's not already built up? Like why do y'all do that?
And
why?
And you can't even say the children because in that situation they didn't have children yet. So
why do y'all do that? What's making y'all do that? Why do y'all support the wrong kind of woman? I'm gonna throw that one out there.
Some people mistake drama for passion.
Girl, hold on. And and my Liberian sister. She's on this point this morning. Yeah, we have to have you.
Look,
We will have you. I'll be personally calling you the next show because I want you to call in on the next topic because you are shedding light on others. We're going to personally call you if you're available. I know you're a busy lady, but I definitely want you in on the next topic because you're pulling out some things. Yes, they mistake drama for passion. I'm just saying.
That's my new quote. Thank you.
I have some friends that's like, oh, he's not doing me right. I'm like, bitch, this been going on for 10 years. Like, like, I'm a very introspective person. I like with my own actions. I spend a lot of time sitting down thinking, like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, I even went to a therapist, and she was like, well, you already know that everything is wrong with you. Because, like, I spend so much time thinking about why I do what I do.
Did you say you went to the therapist and they told you already diagnosed yourself?
She told me, she was like, well, I don't really know what I do.
Why you're here.
You because you're quite aware. Because I was just sitting there talking, like, why? Just because in my childhood.
I got a friend like
most people come in here and they don't even put the dot, connect the dots. I'm saying a lot of people, it just goes, to simplify the whole conversation, it's like all of our...
somebody's calling in. Hold on, Adrian. Hold on. Somebody's calling in. I know exactly what this is. Hold on. Thank you, man. I know exactly what this is. Hello. Thank you for calling the Ask Anicco Show. What's going on?
You know what's up?
What's up? I knew. Is this my boy from Florida?
No, your boy from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, it's my other boy. It's my other LIB. Hey, Miss Walker. Hold on. It's your countryman. What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm fine, man. I've been hollering for a man to call in on this topic because we're up here. I'm reading the male comments. I got a few more that have come in since we've been talking. And Mr. Duckett, I got you. I'm about to read what you wrote because I love it. I want you to shed some light on what we're talking about. Did you want to talk about hope and faith in your dreams and goals, or hope and faith in relationships? And when is enough enough? And who knows, men or women?
Well, you can choose whatever topic.
Okay, I want you to talk about, first of all, let's be a little positive because we have been. I want you to go on both because I like when you call in and you add to the show. So I want you to first talk about having hope and faith in your dreams and goals. Then I want you to go into the relationship topic. Don't laugh, you know me. I have antics. So please. Let's just breathe for a minute because we were going in a little bit.
Yes.
So we want to reiterate that Ask Anicco is about positivity. We are a positive show, and we're encouraging you to go towards your dreams and goals in life. And sometimes relationships can impede and stop that. So what do you have to say about hope and faith in your dreams and goals?
Yeah, first of all, I mean, and I do carry the show on my group page and too. So, but I mean, when we talk about hope, I mean, there's so many ways in which we can kind of relate that or look at it different. I mean, you got to know what you want as a human being, as an individual first, and believe in yourself. You know, and when you do that, then you will begin to pull all the pieces back together. You know, when you cannot, you can't be talking about hope or going to church and fight and pray, and even you don't even know what you're praying for. You know, so you got to get all of that into order first. Then, okay, God, hey, I need an apartment. But you cannot go to God without a lesson.
Say that again. Wait, no. Say that again because say that one more time, please.
Yeah, I'm saying, if you talk about hope or faith or dreaming, you've got to know what you're dreaming, what you're going to dream about, or what you want to dream about, or what you're hoping for, or what you're praying for. Yes, you know.
You're so right. Oh shoot, I knew it. We're having a disconnect. Please, Detroit, call me back. I don't know what just happened with the connection. I was hearing some interference. That's why I was asking. Please call us back because he was going in. I'm just going to start talking a little bit till he calls us back. But our very first show that I started with, was about vision. and knowing what you want and having a dream or goal. The following shows have been talking about how to get back to that vision. And he just reminded me that I'm going to have that show again. Knowing what you want. Every time we have these relationship topics or lifestyle topics, it's all about knowing what you want. If you have hope and faith, what is it in? There he goes.
Right. Caller, you're back.
All right, caller, you're back. Continue, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Yeah. The problem is, I was saying, you got to know what you want. If you do that, that puts you in a better position. Even like, I cannot go to my parents asking for something if I don't know what I want.
Right.
So before we go to God, we should already know what we want. You know, those of us that came to this country, a lot of us came here just because we saw America like beautiful. But when we get here, we got to put ourselves into order. I said, look, up now, I see in the country, it's not how it was looking on the picture when I was in Africa.
Looking like what?
Yo,
you can be the best person you want on the planet. You can be the better person you want.
I love what you just said. You said people be looking at America like it's the land of opportunity and gold. The streets are like paved with gold. And you get here, you're like, wait a minute.
When you get it, it changes. So I understand how people look at hope and faith. You can believe in what you want to believe in. But how long you don't know what you want, that's a whole different story.
Right. You're right. You're right. You got to know what you want at first. And then once you know what you want, yes, LIP in the house. You getting many shots out right now. Yeah. LIP is in the house.
And then I listen to you guys going off on my brothers.
Oh! All right. Blah, blah. Okay, we're going to go now. Okay, thank you for the inspirational hour. In it. Now let's go into relationships. Yes, please shed some light on this one. Okay, please continue. We weren't going in, but we were being honest. So please continue.
No. What you say? You were not honest.
I said
we weren't honest. We were honest from our perspective.
Our perspective. I kept saying this is our point of view. I want to hear from a brother. So I'm glad you called in. So what's your perspective on it?
Okay. Here's it. First of all, you got to. A lot of women. People saying that a man was just there to take and not giving. First of all, if I see the opportunity,
let me lean.
Opportunity is one of the position for men to take. Do you think I will give? I will take. See, okay. That's the first place. Y'all people got to understand. If you position yourself and you will be the man and the female in the home, hold on. I will position myself as the kid.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You know I gotta.
Y'all gonna see this one.
Okay, continue.
If you see me, I don't have a job, I don't have a car, I don't even have a place, but you still want to talk to me. I'm moving in with you. You giving me your key, you giving me your car. Then how do you expect me to take you out on your birthday? How do you expect me to treat you like a female if you know the position you saw me in, you were not a position that you wanted? But come on. So
did you hear what he said? How do you expect him to treat you like a lady when you met me, I was a boy, not ready?
I was not. I was a boy. But now you give me a car key, you give me a key to the apartment on the house. You want me to be like a man? No.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yo.
Ladies.
LIB, I'm sorry. I'm going to let him go in on you for a minute. Because Continue, LIB. You're right.
On us.
All this potential we keep looking at. Potential don't take care of the business.
Potential don't pay the
Continue. Read them. Continue, LIB, please.
No. And the first thing you gotta understand, as a female, and God created man. When He created man, I mean, it took Him time to make Adam. I mean Eve, because He wanted to position Adam in a way that Eve would not suffer. He first made Adam to have a place. You know, so now, you know, I mean, a lot of females go out there not knowing what they want, looking for that new car, looking for that new shoes, that playing card. I mean, at the end of the day, that playing card cannot pay your bills. That playing card cannot pay, I mean, it cannot take care of you. It cannot comfort you. It cannot take care of your kids. I mean, so you got to know, hello, what am I looking for out there in the money? I would not change overnight, you know, but a lot of y'all enter the whole relationship issue with a different mindset. Like, no, I'm going to change him. If you try to change me...
Hold on, LIB, I got to give you a shout out. Somebody said, yes, my brother, yes. Continue. Thank you, boy. I got you. I gave it to him.
Saying he's telling the truth.
Girl, the women are big up Atlanta. They are bigging you up. They are really continue. They said continue.
So, example, people like me in my position.
Right.
I don't hang out because I don't have time to hang out. So, my first red flag for the female, if I meet a female, I'm married, a happy marriage. But if I meet a female when I was single and she said, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm getting ready to read. And she said, oh, let's go out. My first question is, where? Oh, let's go to the club. As soon as you tell me let's go to the club, I already know what you're thinking about.
I knew he was going to say that.
If I gotta go out with you just to have fun, that's a problem. We can have fun at home.
Okay.
Hold
on. I got a question, LIB. Question on the floor. Wait, somebody just questioned what you just said. Let me just ask you this question, please, because I'm gonna listen. They're listening. They said that in the beginning, when you meet a woman, when you were single, or a good man meets a woman, what's wrong with wanting the man to take you out? Not necessarily to the club, but showing you a nice time. And another woman said when it's when you begin a relationship at home, it stays at home. The man then does not want to take you out. That actually was my comment. So, sorry, that was my comment. So in the beginning, when you meet us and we want you to take us out and show us a good time, it doesn't have to be the club, but what do you consider a good time? Like, why does it have to be at home? Because some of us women think that when it's at home, you have other intentions. So please elaborate on what you mean about it doesn't have to be. Okay.
And that's the problem right there.
Okay.
So now, since you guys are already programmed that if I take you at home, that means I'm going to have sex with you. That's already programmed in your mind. That's the same way.
No. It's not a program. It's the truth.
And that's how a lot of females think. Like, oh, okay, you know what? Hey, here's my number. Call me. And you call me. I say, okay, let me come and pick you up. The first question when I pick you up, you're going to be like, okay, wait, where we going? Oh, we're going to my house.
Oh, no, we're not going to your house.
Be honest. If I tell you, say, let's go to my house.
Okay.
The first thing on your mind, I don't want to have sex. Oh, no, we're not going to have sex. It's not even on my mind. We're going to say.
Yeah, because, but come on, you got to be fair to say that if you meet a man and you're attracted to him and he's attracted to you, it's a physical attraction from the beginning. I don't know what the core of your heart is. So when you say to me,
how do you know?
With time, we need to go out and enjoy ourselves. I don't mean we have to go to a club, but what's wrong with going to a museum, to a play, to a concert, a fashion show?
Okay, how can I take a grown woman on the first date to the movie? Are you serious? So I'm going to make that lady bold looking. I mean, for what? For almost close to 1 hour, 30 minutes and not saying nothing? That's the prestige in the relationship. It's not time for movie.
So
you got to be able to sit down and talk. Know how she thinks.
yeah, but sitting down and talk does not have to take place in the house. That's what I'm trying to say. Like in the house is. Yeah.
No. I understand. How do you know I'm taking you to the house? I might be taking you in my backyard for a walk. I might be taking you somewhere. You just walk. I mean, I'm
okay. I can accept that. I can accept a walk, but at the end of the walk, I need you to feed me.
I can tell you.
Empress J is laughing because I've given you some of my time. I'm being real because at the end of. You know I'm a fool, LIB. You know I'm gonna come there. I gotta go on the other side. I can't just go all the way with what you're saying. I gotta give you a little bit of resistance. I understand that you want to get to know the woman, and somebody said typical LIB man, SMH. So this could be a culture thing too. Now, what's wrong with taking a woman out? Like, what's wrong with you taking her out and still having you? What's wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong with taking a woman out.
Okay.
That's wrong. But my thing, it's already programmed a lot female in the brain. Okay, our first step, taking me out to eat or getting in my car and going out to eat.
Okay.
And going and coming home by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
You can do that.
Okay.
So why you not say going to my house? Why you think you not say going to my house?
Because Empress J, I tried. Okay, Empress, please.
Okay,
chime in. Hold on.
Let me speak to you. Okay,
I tried.
Yes, I'm not coming to your house when I first meet you. Yes, because we need to be in a public place because I really don't know you.
This is 2017.
That I have the sense that God gave me not to go to somebody's house because you could do anything to me. And yes, that is on the mind. Let me tell you what runs through my mind when you say, come to my house. First thing that comes to my mind is, why he being cheap? The second thing that comes to my mind is, oh my God, I need an escape plan if he try to hurt me. And the third thing is, I hope this Bama don't think he getting some goods on the first date to this house. So no, we need to meet in a public place, and we could go to a park. We can have, we could sit and talk and chat and sit
on meaningful things
or whatever. But we don't have to go to your house to get to know each other. And no, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, but we start patterns.
Hold on, what's wrong with spending some money? Forget that.
Hold on, for some people, it's
somebody said, go ahead, and that's what I'm talking about. What's wrong with you spending a little bit of money?
With it. You have to, and it depends on the type of woman. It sounds like you want a docile woman that's going to sit home and read books with you, and y'all are just going to talk about politics. I'm not that type of woman. You need to be able to go to a fete with me. You need to be able to go to carnival. I travel, I move, and so our first date might be to a festival. Period. And we gonna dance and wine and talk in the car.
Okay. In case I take you on the first date, I spent all this morning.
Okay.
And then when I leave, I begin to shake my head and be like, wow, this was my worst date. Because I didn't, just nothing out of you that I wanted.
That goes both ways. What if we spent our night with you talking?
Hold on. Let me give you a typical example.
Okay, please. Wait, no, let him. I love it.
I'm listening.
Women out there listening, call in. Don't keep. I'm gonna read y'all comments. Oh my God, someone else has another comment.
I see my work right now.
Okay.
Oh
no,
we're not going on the date.
Okay.
I took her out.
Right.
I told her that I lost my wallet.
Did you lose it for real, or you just said that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I told her I lost my wallet, but I had cash on me, and I wanted to see a reaction.
I said, okay,
the second time, I let my friend drop me off. So when he did, I wanted to see her reaction, because she already knew who I was.
Oh, wait. You said the first time you picked her up, but the second time you let somebody drop you off.
Yeah, somebody dropped me off.
Okay.
And where's your car?
Right.
Oh, it broke down.
Right. Where's your car?
Okay, fine. It broke down. The second conversation was, where you lay? Oh, right now, I'm stopping with my brother. She was okay with all that.
Okay.
So now, the third time, when she called me, I went there. I want like somebody get me into this country. I mean, I t-shirt, old jeans, old gym shoes. But my thing is, I wanted to know what she wanted.
Okay.
Because people already told her who I was.
Okay.
But still, I'm trying to figure it out. If it's true, if that's true, if that's true. When she asked me, oh, what did you do? Oh, yeah, I just come. She said, you sure? I said, yeah. On my thing, I was doing all of this to make sure, to figure out what she wanted. If she wanted me, she wanted my body, or she wanted my money. So when I got to know, okay, she wanted me for all of that, and I began to tell her now, okay, I did this because of a certain reason. That's the reason why I'm comfortable in my relationship. I'm happy with my marriage because I know I don't have to worry about my bank account when she goes to Miami.
Right.
You see? Because I can do whatever for her because I know she's not in for this for the money.
For the money, okay. So you
I
tested her.
If you know what you bring into a relationship, if you know what you bring into the table, you will never be afraid to eat. I can meet any female anywhere.
Okay.
I don't have to prove anything to you. I don't have to go with a Bentley. I don't have to go in a car. I don't have to be playing car because I know exactly what I bring into the table. I can change right there in a second. So why do I have to prove anything to anybody if you know what you bring into the table?
Okay. That's because you're in a position that you're successful, obviously.
Can I answer you?
I hear you. I want you to answer. I'm just going to say one thing, and I'm going to let Empress Straight reply back. I see basically what you're telling me is that you tested your wife to see where her heart was at. Is that basically what you're saying? I don't know if you heard me, but okay, you tested your wife to see where your heart was at. We as women have to put you men to a test too. Yeah, I knew it. It's the connection. He's at work. I think where he is doesn't have good reception. Wait, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we as women also have a test for men. And we are the prize. And we cannot allow you all to put us in certain positions in the beginning because you will think that it's okay to continue to date and treat us that way. So like this whole not taking us out, not doing, showing us a good time. I feel like if you're a woman that enjoys to be, I'm an extrovert by nature. I'm in the public. I like to have a good time. I don't mind being inside and watching a movie and just talking and stuff like that too. But in the same token, I want to be shown a good time. My time is valuable. Time is a commodity you can't get back, as my other caller just said earlier. So we're investing something in you too, our time. There's another man that could have taken us out. So if you're not willing to show us a good time, for some of us women, that's not going to be acceptable. But I understand and can respect what you're saying too.
No, I think the problem is you guys concerned about what happened the first 1 or 2 weeks in a relationship. That's what I'm concerned about because I'm going to lay for you. I'm not concerned about that 2 weeks. Because if you put everything into that 2 weeks, this way you don't. You're dressing as Santa and you cannot see when it come out.
But aren't you supposed to bring what you have to the table? Like, why do we have to hide? Like, why do you have to make a test? Like, you will know by someone's actions if they are just trying to use you.
Oh, you can never know. You would never be. Let me read and let
okay, you say you won't know.
Because the first thing, if I come to you, you're gonna go borrow your friend weed. You're gonna go, pay for some eyelashes out there, some makeup and things. Pay a survey for all the things that we're going to be going on. But if I set you off, God, and get people out of your crib, and they're like, oh, you ready? And I just stopped by for us to go out to eat. Let me see you coming out of your house, comfortable. I will know this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. But if I call you, if I tell you 3-4 days that we're going to go on a date on a Sunday, you know how long I'm giving you to get ready?
How long? 10 minutes?
I'm giving you almost close to 3 days just to do your eyelashes, just to do makeup.
Oh my God.
That's I don't look at that first 2 weeks and 3 days.
So you don't look at the package. Okay, so basically you're saying it's not about what the female is looking like. It's more so her heart is what you look at. Do you look at what she brings to the table? Like, do you look at, like, if she's a
So
successful
my
woman?
first priority, if I succeed a female, my first priority is your credit score.
Oh, so your credit score. Okay.
I understand.
So you do
You
look
the same
at.
way.
So you do look at what a woman brings to the table as well. Okay.
Yes. I don't care about the education. That's one thing I don't look at in my relationship. One.
You don't care about her education, or you do?
No, I don't. Because one, some of the most smartest people on this planet, I even studied for in college. Three of my best friends are millionaires.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So her educational level is not important. It's just what her goals are. Because you can still you can be successful without going to college.
And I got three right now. Three of my best friends are millionaires.
Right.
Now he put that for in college.
And they're not doing nothing.
From two of them, they're in high school.
Right. No, I understand. I can respect that. Educational level, I can respect that.
And let me bring that to my physical life. And everything I achieved in my life, it got nothing to do with my education.
Okay. I can understand what you're saying.
Okay, fine. Okay, now, so but I want to know, boo, can you get a cell phone in your own name? Oh no. If you tell me no, why?
Because your
You
credit.
know, because your credit score. And the reason I'm so concerned about the credit score because one, within the United States,
Okay.
I don't know when I'm going to go back home, which is what I want to do, but I don't know when. So if you cannot manage the credit score, how are you going to manage my asset? You see? So if you cannot take care of your own credit score, how are you going to manage my own thing?
697-9497.
You see? That's the problem right there.
Okay. So basically,
I just like it.
okay, I get what you're saying. So it's okay. Education level is not as important to you per se as how you're moving through your life. Because I agree when what you just said about it doesn't matter how many degrees you have. That doesn't mean you're going to be successful. There are people who are successful that don't have college degrees. That's true, but I think education positions you a little differently. But it doesn't mean it positions you better. So I can respect what you're saying on that. I
You
can
know how many
honestly agree.
educated women are single?
Yeah, there's a lot. I
Okay,
know.
fine. Okay, you know why?
Why?
And they were been single for a long time. And I don't want to be in that position. You know, and the reason I don't look at it because, I mean, I have some good friends who not educated, and they're doing good, you know.
But educated in what way? Like, because the streets can educate you too. You can be okay. We got a caller calling in. Hold on. Somebody has something to say. Hold on. Hello, caller. You're live on the air. This is the Ask Anicco Show. How you doing?
Hi, Anthony. This is Vanessa Hemingway. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Hey, Atlanta in the building. Thank you. ATL. Okay, my boy. I'm sorry. I don't know if we'll be able to get back.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, from a woman's point of view. Now, I'm hoping you were listening to our brother, who was talking a little bit about why he feels things are the way they are. Now, please, I'm just gonna let you go on.
Well, I disagree with the fact that he thinks that once you're married or you're in a relationship, you shouldn't take that woman out. So many times.
He even said in the beginning, girl. Did you hear that? He said in the beginning too.
Dying you in the beginning, then they get you home. They think that you're going to sit around and wait for them to come home, and everything is going to be so. How do I say it? Everything is so predictable. Now, most women are not going to sit around and just wait for that predictable state. They're going to get out and try to do things with or without that man.
Hold on. Yes, please talk about this, because he basically was trying to say that he wants a woman that in the beginning is willing to just go somewhere and talk. I mean, come on. It's 2017. I'm not coming to your house to talk, and neither do you want me. Do you see all of this? You think we're just going to talk?
I'm not coming to your house for a date because that means you're cheap.
Hello.
You want to take me out.
Hold on.
No, that's my sister for real. Like, not just play sister. That's my blood sister.
Continue, my sister, because I'm sorry, LIB. I don't know if I'll get back over on you.
Well,
If we don't let her, she's just going
I'm
to
hearing him
finish.
saying now he don't care if a woman is educated, but he's concerned about her credit score. First of all, if you're going to be the man, you shouldn't be concerned about her credit score at all because you're the man. You should make sure your stuff is straight so that you can take care of everything. And if her credit score is not good, then you step up, be the man, and you work on that credit score with her. That shouldn't be a deal breaker if you're truly in love with that woman.
Thank you. I was going to say also, just to piggyback on what you're saying, I want you to finish what you're saying because I hope he's listening. Okay, a lot of times when you're not educated, your credit score is not educated.
That's correct. I'm going to get to that.
I knew you were, girl. Continue.
That's right. And see, the fact that you don't care if your woman is educated or not says a lot about you. That's how the average man is. Now, I'm going to tell you from experience. I've had men that loved me to death when I was uneducated, but as soon as I step my foot up and try to get myself together, they act all crazy and want to step away.
Yep.
They can't handle it.
They're jealous. Yep. I totally agree. So it is about knowing what you want. Like he said, oh, you need to know what you want. But you need to know what you want for yourself, too. And I don't mean you have to have 1,000,000 degrees. And education comes in different levels. Like, you don't necessarily have to be college educated, depending on what your career path is. See, with us, we're in the arts. We don't have to go to college to be the best whatever we want to be, but we still need to be educated in that craft. You don't have to go to college to be the best actress. You don't have to go to college to be the best musician, but you need to educate yourself in that craft. You need to take classes, workshops. You need to find a mentor, a coach. That's still education. I don't have to have the formal piece of paper,
That's correct.
but I need to become the best in that craft. So it's still education.
But I think
to some level.
I think he contradicted himself a little bit because he was like, women know what you want. This man don't have nothing, but you give him your key and your car. So why would I expect you to, and then you puts him in being a child's position. So how am I going to alleviate that if I don't expect you to do more when you meet me? How am I going to know that you have what you have?
Let's ask him. Wait, hold on. Let's ask him. Don't hang up.
There's quite a few guys out here that run this game that pretend that they have this and that anyway.
Let's ask him.
Don't know.
Hold on. Let's ask him.
Hold on
real quick, sweetheart. Let's ask him. He's on hold. Hello, LIB.
Yeah.
Okay, my caller just challenged you to a question. She wants to know if education is not important in a woman, what is? Because if a woman is not educated, how can she have a good credit score?
Okay.
That's what she wants to know.
Okay, let me clarify this.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of the listeners are caught up.
Yes, they are calling because they want to know why you said that and why you don't want to take them out.
Yeah. If I said I will not take a female out in the beginning of my relationship.
Oh, the beginning. Okay.
I did not say I will not take a female out in my relationship.
Okay. Yeah, because she thought that's what you meant. All right.
I got a wife who I can even keep a track of, and she travel a lot. Even that's what I do. I travel a lot.
Okay, you
I
travel.
have the best time all my life.
Okay.
Okay. But this is what I'm saying. If I meet you today, and this is something I realized, and I know I've been single before. The first, where we're going today, where we're going tomorrow, where we're going day after tomorrow. That is a norm.
Okay.
That I realized that, look, we just going to different restaurants, we just going to different clubs. So that's something that I don't find special in no more.
Okay.
I don't mean that I'm not going to take you out or you're just going to be my furniture. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in all my relationships.
Okay.
Now I clarify that. Let me go back to the note. Another topic when I say,
yeah, about the education, please.
Fine. Okay.
Do you mean formal education, like college degrees?
No, if I say education, because I maybe I'm putting myself or trying to bring it to my level, but if I say education, I'm not looking at your. I don't want you to get PhD. I don't want you to get a master or
okay,
doctor.
yeah, that's what he meant. Okay, that's
I'm comfortable with your associate.
Okay.
You know, I'm comfortable with your high school or GED. Because you know what? I don't know the condition when you were kid. I don't know and what position you're in. I never permitted you to get a degree.
Okay.
You know.
So are you willing to help her if she wants to get educated in a certain career path? Are you willing to?
I get it before.
Okay.
So I can fine. Okay. So I'm willing to do that. But this is why I will not do it. I will not force you because I gave her that degree. So I will not force you to go out there and get one.
Okay.
You know, or make it my priority that, oh, I cannot be with you if you don't have a degree. No,
Okay.
that's not me.
All right, that's fair to say that, Empress J. That's fair. That is fair to say if he's saying if you don't have education, a certain educational level, that doesn't mean you don't qualify for him to be able to date you.
Okay.
I can accept that.
I can accept that. I was just concerned about the taking out part.
If a woman don't, then the college said, I mean, if a female not educated, it make her I think that you or somebody said, if her credit score is not educated.
It could be, yeah.
That's wrong. Because, and I just called somebody, I just text somebody to come on.
Right.
He's going to come on. And
good.
This man don't have even a GED.
Okay.
And this man, almost a millionaire.
Okay.
We all do the same business. You got almost close to 6-7 apartment complex. And you don't have a GED. You don't practice. I mean, he practice serious. So, I mean.
But I have to interject. Even this man that owns the properties that he owns, didn't he get educated somewhere? It doesn't have to be conventional education. Didn't he learn? He did not walk into this business not knowing nothing. Did he not read somewhere or get a mentor or some type of guidance in what he's doing?
Yes.
Okay, that's education.
Well, no, but somebody just said, if you're not educated, it means your credit score will not be educated.
Yeah, but but LIB, what we were saying is, I'm calling you Mr. LIB because I don't want to put your name out there on the Facebook. But no, what we were saying was it doesn't have to be formal education. You can be educated in different ways. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to have a degree. You can get educated in different ways. Life educates you.
Yeah.
There are people who don't have a degree that are millionaires. Look at Bill Gates. Look at so many of the gurus out here who dropped out of college or did whatever, and they're millionaires or billionaires. But they got educated somehow. They found a mentor. They taken workshops. They may even educated themselves with videos at home. But they did something, because you can't get information from nowhere. You have to get it from somewhere. But you don't got to sit in a classroom. That's what we were trying to say. We don't mean that. I'm sorry, I should have stated that better. I don't mean that I didn't mean formal education. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. And I misunderstood what you meant too. So I apologize for that.
No, but let me ask you, why females are so concerned about going to
being taken out?
Taken out.
Because chivalry is lost these days. A lot of men do not want to show women a nice time. This is like, who doesn't want to be shown a nice time? Like, if you have a daughter or your mom or your aunt or your sister, a female that's your family that's close to you, you wouldn't want her man to show her a nice time? This is life. Come on, man. We want to smell roses too. It's not that it's a main concern, but I think that it's a start. Like, what's wrong with wanting that? What's wrong with wanting to be taken to a nice restaurant to eat a nice meal? I understand what you're saying about getting to know a sister, but what, we don't deserve it?
Okay, if I see you the first day, don't think this is for a wall.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But we need to eat. After we walk, I'm going to be hungry. Don't laugh, my friend. I'll be hungry. And I don't want you to come and pull up to one McDonald's or a Wendy's drive-thru. Because you don't eat hot dogs, so me too. Why should I eat a hot dog?
But it's just after the walk and I drop you off back home.
What? Hold on. Come on, friend. Don't do that. So wait a minute. I'm not worthy of a meal after we talked and walked for 2 hours and I'm thirsty and I'm famished? You don't want to come and bring me one salad or something. You don't even have to spend $1 million. I'm actually, sometimes I think in the past I've been too cool. And men take advantage of that.
So let me ask you,
I don't deserve it.
Would that be a red flag?
It
You go out for a walk,
Okay.
and then after I drop you off back home, when I call you, when you answer?
Okay.
Probably not.
I think it's not that it'll be a red flag, but you would go on a
It's
different
probably
list.
not.
No, you would go on a different list. See, when we're dating, we have lists. Like y'all have lists, women have lists too. You know how they call it the starting five? You have a 5 lineup. So you have number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Women, I know you can attest to this. Men, you got a lineup too. Let's be real. You then go to, you're not a starter anymore. You're not starting. You're now down on the list. So maybe when I have time, I might have been attracted to you. You may have some qualities that I like. So when I have time, I might make time. You're not a priority anymore because there's certain things that you didn't do that I wanted. Remember you said know what I want. That's what I want. Every woman is different. Some women are okay with going home hungry after they've walked and talked for 2 hours. They're okay with it. But I'm not. I want to be shown a nice time because I feel like I've shown you a nice time. I've conversated. I've made you. I'm very funny. I'm charismatic. I show people a good time, not just men, but friends. So I expect to be shown a good time too. I don't mind walking and talking. I think that's very romantic. I think that's sweet. We can walk and talk on the way to the restaurant.
Sorry, I know I'm making
Okay,
that
wait.
face.
Let Empress J interject, but I'm just saying for me, that's not okay. What's wrong with, for the first date, first of all, before we went on that first date, hopefully we've had some conversations. Not just text talking, but we've talked a little bit on the phone. We've gotten to know each other a little bit before we've met up. So you know things that I like. So why not want to do one of the things that I like? Or why not want to brighten up my day? Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's different. I mean, but the reason why I do that, I can't say, man, the reason why I do that because I want to see.
Because you have a lot to bring to the table, so you want to make sure no one's coming to you for just what you have. Okay, that's a good topic in itself. It's very successful. So men like that, it is what it is.
I've got a position that you'd be like, oh, he did,
no, so men like that, that's how they
are. I just want to know if you're comfortable with all of that.
Because you have a lot to bring to the table, Mr. LB. So you're coming from a different perspective, a different reference point.
That's right.
So men that are incredibly successful, and I'm going to equate success with wealth, and they have money. They do approach dating a little differently because women come at them a lot of times for what they have. I'm going to put that out there.
But in the same token, what makes your test and your games more valuable than a woman's testing games? Because I may be coming to the table with just as much as you, or even it may even be more. You never know. So you're doing your testing games for your purposes.
I would know from your conversation because along you tell me, let's go hang out. Along our first was, oh, where are we hanging out? That tells me you got too much time on your plate.
Not necessarily. I may be asking you because I want to see if you're going to take the lead in this situation. Where do you want to go? What type of things did you want to do?
But why not?
But saying let's go out is not taking the lead. If I did in turn say, what do you want to do or where are we going? I'm asking you to be the man and lead and plan out the date or what we're going to do.
Yeah, why don't men want to do that anymore, Mr. Ella? Why don't you guys want to do that?
I'm not planning no date if I first meet a female.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing that because I can do that when I'm comfortable with you and I know that, oh, this is gonna go farther. Now I can do all
so his dating style is different.
I can clear my bag, I can let you crawl my head and I can let you stand on that's fine. I know you already. But at the beginning, I got to pull you through this line.
So you get to test me and find out if you want to have a second date, but I should just know the game to play. You want me to say, well, let's go read a book because I already know you have money. So if a woman comes and wants to go out, and so it's like, oh, because she wants to go out, she wants to spend your money.
Dating costs. It costs time and money. It's a craps game. Like she said earlier on, the caller said it's a craps game. It's like It's a trial. You don't know. But you won't know. Even if I give you conversation, I could still be trying to get your money. Because guess what? There's some devious women out here that will play that game just to get to your pockets.
Yes.
They'll play that docile, humble, church girl, whatever. That's not even really them. They'll cook for you and bring a meal over the first date and cater to you. They may have heard about who you are, because a lot of times, like you said, people may know who you are in the community or in the world. Like men that out here that are famous and have money, or athlete, whoever you want to call them, that have serious money and women know who they are. They already think that's the kind of woman that you want. So they play into that. So what about women like that? How will you know? Only time will tell. You won't know by conversation.
That's what
You won't know if you go
You
out.
say you pray to God.
Well, pray to God that just because she want to go out, she not after your money. Because maybe she want to go out and then she treats you. You never know. But you done shot her down because she want to go out.
That's true. What about a woman that wants to go out and then when the time the bill comes, she pays? She might shock you. Because a lot of times when there is a man that got it going on, we like to show you that, hey, we got it going on too. That's like in a club when you buy a man a drink and you don't wait for him to buy you a drink. It's to show him that, hey, you're not doing anything special because I can do it for myself.
Oh, I mean, if I go
So
out,
if she wants to take you out, will you let... There it is. Wait a minute.
I'm drinking water. So when you see water in my hand...
Wait a minute. When you were single, hold on. Because I like you, man. I like when you come into the conversation. So when you were single, if a woman wanted to take you out and pay for the date, would you let her?
Hell yes.
Go ahead, Priscilla. I'm going to let you follow up on that. I knew he was going to say that, but I just wanted to hear what he had to say.
Now how
So
does
it's
that
okay.
be in your test? So if she a woman, you're going to call back because now she's done something different. She wanted to go out, and your initial test is if she wants to go out, then she's no good. She's loose. She got too much time on her hands.
So now she's paying for the
she's
date.
paying for it,
And you're good
she
with
wants
that.
to show you a good time.
But you're okay
Is
with
she
that.
still not worthy? Is she still not dateable material? Is she still not marriage material?
When you were single, because I know, respect to your wife.
Yeah.
And I know her. Shout out. She's a beautiful woman. Yeah. When you got, I wish she could call in. Damn, I want to talk to your wife because I really want to hear her side of things when she was dating you. What was in her mind? And did she know this was going to be it? One day I got to ask her to call in. Now, she's a great woman. I want her to call in. Now, what happens when you were single? And I need one of your friends to call in because birds of a feather flock together. So obviously you have other successful friends. I want to know what they have to say about their dating and their dating, the way they date. Because now when you were single and a woman was willing to pay for the date, you said you would let her. But why would you do that? That's contrary to what you just said. Why would you let her do that? Why not just go and walk and talk? I tell you, no, baby, let's just go walk and talk because I don't want you to spend money on something that you don't know is going to be real.
Silence.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. I wish I had birds chirping. I'm going to get that sound effect in a second. What do you feel about that? Don't choke up. Don't choke up now. Please don't choke. Don't call me a choke. Yes, I'm talking. You're the only one on the line. You know I love talking to you. You're the only one on the line. When you were single, please get one of your friends to call in because I don't want. Please, I need one of them to call in and hear. I want to hear what they got to say. How did you feel when a woman would? Your wife probably has done that before. I'm sure she's a strong woman. She's probably taking you out. So how did you feel when she took you out?
Yeah, at that time,
I know she did.
I'm already open up to her. I already know. She know who I was.
So she didn't do it in the beginning?
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
So
yeah.
But if she had, would she be your wife today?
Right. If she had done that, would you all have still been? Yes.
No.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yo, can somebody else call in, please?
Wait a minute. What do you mean? So she wouldn't pass the test?
No.
Oh my God! But she wanted to show you a good time. She saw stuff in you that she. Oh my goodness! Oh my God! I'm so confused. What do we do then when we see a man as yourself? What do we do then?
It's like. I mean, you guys are so difficult. And that's why somebody, I told my friends a couple of days ago, I said, don't never try to change your girlfriend.
Okay.
You know, and I told her, don't never try to change her because if you try that, you'll lose her. I said, don't never try to understand her, because when you try to understand, you will get migraine. A lot of times you'll get migraine because you never understand her.
Please call
Yeah.
in.
So don't try to
Women
change her.
dating
Don't try to
successful
understand her.
men.
All you gotta do is
If you're dating a
try
successful
to make
man,
her
a man
happy.
with some money,
Because you
call
already
in.
know she's
Men,
a
if you
good
got
female.
some money, call in.
Okay.
Because this
It
is a
is not a
brother
new
who's
relationship.
giving a
Just try to
perspective that
make
I
her
don't
happy in
understand.
the best way
I'm
you can.
confused.
I'm not saying you and you never figure out. That's no
Okay.
That's what I
Okay.
yeah.
All right. You know what? I love what you're saying, but we got some people that are calling in right now. Can you please text one of your friends and ask them to call in? Because I want to hear from another perspective.
Okay, sure.
Please text one of your friends. I'm challenging you. You got to have one that's available just for 5 minutes. Ask them to just 5 minutes just to call in, please. Please. And we are going to pick this up on another day. And I got to hit you up anyway because we have some business we got to discuss. And I will be hitting you up because we got some other stuff we need to talk about. Thank you so much for calling in, man. I got the other lady on hold. She wants to respond to what you said. Thank you. All right, I'll hit him up later, ladies. Because he's a cool cat, though. He's a cool cat, but he got different perspectives. Hey, everybody got to do... I'm sorry, sis. Please continue.
And this, sis, you on the line. You're live.
Okay. Listen. Right.
You got to turn your
Right,
radio
but
down.
from listening to him, he sounds like he's a little controlling.
Somebody else said that in the Facebook floor.
Okay.
They said LIB men.
Controlling. He also men that used to have their things, have their own businesses, that want those women. They say they don't want those women, but they are looking for those women that they can treat a certain type of way. That's those women that are going to cling on to them because they feel like they had money. So that's why he doesn't necessarily care about a woman that has an education. I've encountered that a lot with men. They feel like because they have it going on or whatever, that they can treat you a certain way if you don't. So, and basically, and then there's those who give you their business cards that do lawn cleaning and all this other stuff, and think that because she see I got a business, she's gonna jump over and just talk to me because she see I got that, but then you can't take your business card and they don't know how to take it. So I feel like he falls in the category of somebody that, really wants a person that he can kind of like control and control that person with what he has or supposed to have.
Well,
okay.
and
That's
he
a different...
is married, sis, and I would like to attest because I know what a man would say. Well, you're saying all this, but are you married? Yes, and my sister is married. I don't know which one.
3 times.
3 times, right? No shade, no read. No shade, no read.
And when
But
they didn't take me out, they got to go.
Yes, she's very much my sister. My father has many children, and this is one of them. And yeah, she don't play that. And I would say we didn't grow up together, but let me tell you, our attitude when it comes to certain things, look here, you're not easy when it comes to that.
Okay.
No.
So she's been married 3 times.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that because if it's not right,
we move on.
We move on. And that's what we've been talking about. There's nothing wrong with being married more than one time because that's important to know what you want in a relationship, as the caller was saying. And when you said about control, I just want to make sure that what he was trying to say also, he said that he didn't mean that he wouldn't take the girl out. He said he takes the girl out later. But what you said about wanting to have control and being controlling, culture plays a big part of it. A lot of Facebook comments were coming in when he was talking. I love you, LIB, but a lot of your LIB women were saying typical LIB man.
Wow.
That's what was coming in. It was flooding through my phone. I couldn't.
Let me tell you what the Caribbean people were saying.
What did the Caribbean people say?
But Caddy wine. He needs to know how to wine. That's their criteria.
You talking about you don't want to go out? What do you mean you don't want to go out? Women want to be taken out. They are the prize. That's what we talk about here on this show. Like knowing your worth, and you should want to be taken out. Oh, he was like, sorry, sis, I'm gonna let you finish. He was trying to say that he wouldn't take them out in the beginning, but later he would after conversation. I said, oh, any woman can say what you want to hear.
I think he's just lying. I don't think that he would not take a woman out in the beginning and then take her out later. Because the typical guy takes a lady out in the beginning and they don't take her out later.
That's what I said. When it starts at home, it stays at home. That's what I was saying. I was basically saying that if that's where that position you put yourself in the beginning, that's where he's going to put you in the end. You're not going to be taken out because you showed him that it was okay. You taught him how to treat you. You taught him that walks in the park work for you. I don't mind going for the walk, like I said, but bruh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, bruh. After we talk, I'm always hungry.
I don't mind going for the walk either. I cook, I do all those things because that's just me. And I was sometimes a romantic dinner at home on a patio or whatever. That works for me too. But I do want to go out and see the world and experience things and travel. So you're not going to lock me in.
But are you going to do that in the beginning, sis? Are you going to do that dinner for him in the beginning? Are you going to cook for this man in the beginning?
Not the first dinner, no. The first dinner, he has to take me out, and then I'll say, well, maybe he's worthy of me bringing him to my home or where I live, because these men out there, they're crazy these days. I don't necessarily want to bring them straight home with me. I have to get to know this person.
Girl, this is what we were saying to him. We're not back home.
Right.
Where everybody in the village knows you. Listen, we are not home where we can just trust and come and bring you to our place because you think that, we can't do that. This is America. And you can't, every man that you meet out here, women, does not even deserve your time. So he does need to invest a little bit. And sometimes you got to get him in his pockets because guess what? That's where it hurts. And if the woman is worthy, you'll spend a little money. And like Empress J was saying, goodness gracious, this microphone. Empress J was saying, it doesn't require a whole lot of money to show a woman a nice time. It just requires a little bit. It doesn't require a whole lot.
But you know what, Winnie? You also have to be true to yourself, too, in that situation. If you know you are not a McDonald's girl, you cannot date a McDonald's guy because you're not going to be happy. I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how much he makes you laugh. You're just not going to be happy with him.
You're going to be laughing and hungry, period.
Goodness gracious, where's our engineer?
You have to date on your level. You got to try to anyway, or at least you got to, because you're not going to be happy, because it's going to be too uneven. If you like to go to Chateau Hollande and he want to stay at the Holiday Inn, that's going to be a problem. Because every time y'all go to Chateau Hollande, you're going to pay for it, and he's going to pay for the Holiday Inn. So you have to be, you have to make sure you get the right guy.
Yeah, because everybody doesn't know what Chateau Hollande is.
Oh, it's a beautiful resort down in spa resort down in Georgia.
Yeah, but no, I understood anything with the word chateau in there. Anything that says chateau is definitely going to be something that's elegance. So you need to let the man know that you're worth the elegance from the beginning.
That's right.
Or he won't be taking you to chateau. He'll be taking you to the hoe spot, which could be his house.
The hotel.
Yeah.
Not chateau. Hotel. Oh. Thank you, Anissa, for chiming in. You can.
All right, sis. I love you.
Love you back.
Yes.
And I'm gonna see you soon. I gotta come down and visit and scout out some stuff. You know what we're doing.
Yes,
Things
ma'am.
going
All
on.
right.
Everybody that don't know, that's my real live blood sister from my father.
Well, they won't know.
There's many of us.
Yes, it is.
From him, yes. But love her just the same.
And look, we take after our dad.
Yes, you honey.
He got the same views.
He can't deny
Papa
nothing.
was a rolling stone.
Honey.
That's right.
You better know.
He ain't had time, honey.
He ain't laid no hat. Wherever he laid that pipe was
his home. Big ups to dad. No shade, no read. But it is what it is. Nah, he knew what he wanted.
And he wanted a lot of it.
He sure did.
You can't fault him for that.
Right.
He knew what he wanted.
Shade to our daddy.
No, he knew what he wanted, and it is what it is. He knew what he wanted, and he got it. So women, we need to know what we want. That's one thing I can honestly agree with LIB. He was right. Women need to know what they want.
Exactly.
It's just the way you go about
And
it.
don't accept less because you will not be happy. You won't.
So if you don't want to go sit in the park and walk and talk all night, Let that brother know you're hungry. Actually, before he picks you up, there should be a plan. I don't mind the whole walking and talking and romantic stuff. I think that's nice because I'm a talker.
Yeah.
And it is important. And I think that we get hidden behind text messaging and phones, especially the text sex and text talking. I'm going to go there because a lot of you brothers out here want to text, hey, how are you? When you first meet a girl, tell me about yourself in a text. Like, brother, are you serious?
I'm not writing a dissertation
on my phone, man. And I want to see your facial reactions when I tell you about myself. And I want to see your facial reactions when I ask certain questions. So sometimes the telephone's not right. I agree with what he said about talking. That is important. But that doesn't mean that the talk has to stop right there. And yes, Facebook Floor, I see you. I'm about to read some of your comments. Mr. Duckett, you said it. Some of these dudes are weak. And they've been weak for over 10 years now. I know. I see you.
And they're getting weaker.
And not only that, yes, let's go for a walk. But can we do it over in the Caribbean on the beach? Can we just go fly somewhere? That's the kind of, yeah, well, let's walk in Aruba.
Damn, can our first date be at the airport?
Right.
That's the brother I'm looking for. Can our first date be at the airport? And you just tell me that not to pack a bag, let's just go? I might trust that one, LIB. I'll go there. I'll go with you then.
That's what women are looking for now.
Spontaneity, excitement.
Educated. We've already done our groundwork, and we do not have the intention of staying home all the time, cooking you meals, washing your underwear, and all that good stuff. Hell, hire a maid. Let her come in and do that a couple of times a week. It don't cost that much. It's cheaper than us taking our time that we can be doing something else doing it. It really, let us enjoy life too.
Exactly.
That's what I was asking him. But that's what I was saying to him. Like I understand that he didn't want the women to feel like all they want is his money or whatever it is that he has to offer. But even when a woman doesn't have money, she has other things to offer you too. And I don't just mean the sex, but the other things that the brother needs to keep pushing and going forward in our company, because we're a hell of company. You can have all your money in your world, but without a nice, sweet, by your side, what are you? You're going to be lonely. So
right.
What do you mean you don't want to show her a good
Got a
time?
bunch of hoes.
Yeah, what do you want? You don't want to show her a good time? That's crazy.
A lot of these men that are educated, got good jobs, they seek these hoes to spend their money on.
Oh my
God! When they come back home to the good old girl with their sexually transmitted disease and half the money.
I gotta read
that don't work for me.
Comments coming in on the Facebook floor.
Someone, Dara, big up yourself. I'm 22 and just started dating seriously about a year ago, and it has been disappointing, LOL. So I'm back to just having fun. Sarah, big up yourself. Aww. Yes, Anicco. I was thinking the same thing. This ain't home where everybody know you and the murder rate is virtually non-existent. Not to mention there is a process of courtship, and it is still very
and that
very much alive throughout Africa.
Yeah, because they date differently back home.
Coming from with not knowing the intentions of a person. He sounds as if he was bringing aspects of two cultures. Nah, no airports on the first date. Too many places in the Caribbean to put a body. Folks are crazy. I watch Fatal Attraction.
You're so silly. You said no airports on the first date. You are a mess, Sarah. I love it. I'm just saying, some spontaneity.
We have to date outside of our culture because
another topic.
Don't mind putting you on a flight.
Okay, I just went to an interracial wedding on Friday. And yep, I went to an interracial, a Caribbean woman, dear friend of mine married a Caucasian gentleman. It was a very interesting wedding when they started to play the soca, I have to say. We'll talk about that later. And how, we'll talk about that in a minute. How we always think they don't want our culture when they really, really want it. You're right.
They want us.
More than we can imagine. Sometimes, but a lot of our brothers, they're not afraid to date outside the culture, but a lot of us sisters, we're like, no, I want me a black man, We don't
That's
never...
because we feel like we're letting them down if we go outside the culture. They get really angry.
Oh my God.
They get really angry when they see a black woman dating outside the culture.
They do.
However, they don't care if the brother doing it.
Nope.
Open up a whole
girl, you just
topic.
open another. We are going to talk about interracial dating because at the end of the day here at Ask Anicco, I ask these questions that you want to know. And we're going to talk about interracial dating because it's very important. It's alive in our culture. And you're right. we start feeling a certain way when we see, like, black men feel a certain way when they see a black woman or a fine black sister with a white man. But when they go pick up their little snow bunny, we just, sorry, I didn't mean to offend anyone out there, but, you know, just for sakes. Yeah, a Caucasian woman or a little, or they get their little señoritas, or they get their Asian persuasion. Whatever it is that they do, black men don't put their head down. They say, oh, she's exotic, oh, she's bad, or all these men out here dating these Kim Kardashian. Get out of my brain.
You know we connected.
They get their little Kim Kardashian lookalike, or their Kardashian lookalike.
I was just thinking about him.
Right.
Same thing.
There's a lot of black women that got badass shapes. Don't get it twisted. We are the creators. We are. It's from us. First of all, everything came from us. So everything came right. Sis, hold on, sis.
Bomba drop.
Sis, you are so right. We got it naturally, and it came from us. You are so right. But then they go get these other persuasions who have gotten procedures and things done to look like the black woman. Because in a sense, that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for that small waist, that small in the waist, big in the back. You know, that's what you want, cute in the face, small in the waist. A lot of African women and African American women and Caribbean women and women of African descent have that naturally. So why not just get the source? Why get something that had to come and do foolish waist training and all this stuff to get their body to look like that? I'm not against waist training. But some people, they have to do that in order to look a certain way, when certain women already look that way. So all the waist trainer does is enhance what's already natural. I keep telling people, if you go to Africa, men be like, damn, you fat. I said, you go to Africa, your thing will fall off.
Right.
Okay? These women are stacked.
Yes.
Beyond measure. In the Caribbean, the same place. Certain parts of the Caribbean, because we have discussed that too.
Islands, yes.
Not even certain islands, but certain diaspects of the island, because some people have more influence than other of the Indian and certain. So sorry guys, I gotta go there. Some of y'all that got a little bit more of that, and you don't have as many curves as the ones that don't.
African influence.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, it's true. Yeah, it is what it is, and I know I got some Caribbean family, you know, on my twin side, and yeah, some of you guys have a buck shape them. Yeah, and yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, they do. They're real pretty, big titties, you know, but box shape. You know, it is. I just be real.
Big up my box shape gals.
Yeah, big up to the boxy girls. But it is what it is. So women that are more curvy and have nice shapes, like sis was saying, why not go with those women? They have it naturally, instead of going to find it in something that doesn't have it naturally. So you're right. Brothers, you're lost a little bit. Some of y'all lost. And you ain't come out of that woman, so why are you looking for that woman?
Amen. And so because we produce black sons, we feel like we're letting them down, and we go outside our culture, and we just have to get out of that mindset. I told my daughter to date, you know, outside the culture, where she has to decide her happiness.
Oh, so it's about who makes you. That's what I was going to say. Even my friend and client that got married, she used to date men of her culture. That's all she did. And she said she tried something different. And from the time she met this man, I knew they were going to get married. It was just the excitement and the energy. And she said, you know what, Ann, one thing that I saw different in the cultures was he always worried about me being happy instead of what I could do to make him happy. I don't know if that's in the culture or what.
We definitely are coming back with this topic, because I know my sister Sarah, she gonna have a lot to say about this.
Because there are still some black men out there that look for those things too, to make their woman happy and to do things that make them happy. But
they also, you know what they do? Black men are looking for that woman, the old mother that used to stay in the kitchen and cook these meals and do whatever their father said and jump and they can jump. And that woman doesn't exist anymore. And that's why a lot of them are stuck. They are stuck. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the way those women were. We're just not those women. I picked up some of those qualities from my mom and my grandmother and them, but it's only a certain amount of that I'm going to carry over into my life. I mean, I'm going to keep a clean house. I'm going to cook dinner. I'm going to take care of my children. But I'm not going to jump when you say jump. That's just not going to happen. And you're not going to talk to me in any type of tone that you don't expect to get back.
Yo.
Yeah, please know that,
Yo, shout out to Miss Penn. Shout out to Miss Penn in the building. Happily married. Beautiful woman, a beautiful family. Shout out to her. She just wanted to say, just back on that LIB, she said, typical LIB SMH. And she also said, I love her. She said, yes. She said, they want the cow for free. Thank you, my gal. She said, they want the cow for free. And she also wanted to tell you, LIB, it's nothing wrong with taking a woman out. And she stepped outside of the culture and found happiness. She didn't have to just find one LIB man. See, she found her happiness. And her and her husband are like a yin and yang. They're doing beautiful. They got a beautiful family. Shout out to her. She's right. And she said, yes, certain things he said was right. Women do need to know what they want. And when you know what you want, you'll find it. Like you said, sis, know what you want. And you'll get it. Yes.
And Mr. LIB would be that same man that don't take his woman out, so now she don't have to get dressed up to go nowhere because she's sitting around the house all the time. So it's no big deal about getting dressed. You're just going to have on comfortable clothes around the house. He'd be that same one that goes out and say, oh, you're so beautiful. My wife never fixes herself up. Why does she have to do that? She'll never take her anywhere.
No, but he said he don't care about how she look. You hear what he said? He said on the first date. Oh man, I need my LIB sister, one of them, to chime in on this. But he said on the first date you can come out without all the eyelashes, all the weave. He said you can just come out looking anyhow, and he's okay with that.
Why?
He's telling a lie. He's looking for just to get sex. That's it. Because that woman that come out like that would have low self-esteem to come out like that anyway. If she didn't fix herself up a little bit for a date, what's she going to do for you later? I don't believe that. How that woman's carrying first impression, that's how it's going to be, or worse.
Oh my God, did you say that she got a low self-esteem again? Sis, it ain't easy. You're not easy. But I agree.
I would dress up for me, not for him. If she don't have her stuff together when she step out the door, then she don't care about herself to start with. So Mr. LIB shouldn't be looking at no woman to start with if he's an educated man that has it going on.
I agree with what you just said. You got to do it for you. It's not about you doing it for him. It's how you already present yourself to the world. So when you come out that house, even if you came out wash face, as I've used the expression, and you guys have a great date, what does that say about how you feel about yourself? Because what if you come out wash face and you have a bad date? You still came out, you came right. You didn't come out presenting yourself to the best. And it doesn't mean you have to have eyelashes and weave. That doesn't mean you're presenting yourself to the best. Some women look at that as presenting themselves. That doesn't mean that. I just feel like a little lip gloss and mascara goes along.
And if you had a bad date and you had painted your face, you might have got somebody else while you was on the date.
Because after he took you for that walk and you was hungry. Hold up, sis.
Or whatever the case might be.
Hold on, sis.
And a guy just stepping to me. I think that guy, just stepping to me, hey, how you do? I noticed that they seem to do that. And then when I'm out my business, heading to my office, nobody's stepping to me because they intimidated. But they okay with stepping to the girl in her jogging pants.
Oh my God, sis, you just came up with another topic.
I want that. I was teaching it. I could have, wow, I got more compliments today than I got when I was in my suit going to work.
Yo, sis, why do men do that? Oh my God, get out of my brain. I was just thinking that. Why do men, when they see you well put together, they automatically assume you have a man or that you're taken? I've heard men say that too. Or that you're a gold digger because you like to take care of yourself. Just because you like to take care of yourself doesn't mean you're a gold digger, like you're high, or what they say, high maintenance. Yeah, but then you look at all your Kim Kardashian, all their maintenance they're doing, and you call that beauty. But when you see one in the live and flesh, you're like, oh, nah, I'm not going to step to her because she got too much going on. And I might have to maintain that. Who said you had to maintain it? But eventually, you may have to contribute. If you about to be up in this circle, boo, ain't nothing wrong with you paying for my nails here and there.
To be a woman.
Hello.
To clean your.
Hello, and it costs money to keep all your stuff done. You know, I'm a stylist and I do makeup. That's why I always say nothing wrong with a little lip gloss and mascara.
It costs money to be a woman all day long.
And to be an attractive woman. It ain't gonna cost nothing for you to walk around looking anyhow. And why do those certain men want that kind of woman? Girl, you are so right. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's another topic.
Look, so we actually out of time. No. Let me do this real quick.
BlazingRadio.com.
Because our boss is just going to kill us.
Photo, mix CDs, and the hottest reggae, soca, Afro, hip hop, and R&B.
That was one.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Okay.
Today's best hip hop and R&B. Blazing through another mix of all of your favorites.
That's the hottest station out right now.
Get ready for it.
They be all right. The show done got so juicy, and we got so much coming in on the Facebook floor that we got a lot of people tuned in. So shout out to Blazing Radio. Sorry about that. You're listening to the Ask Anicco Show. We're gonna play our little jingle in a minute. I got a couple more comments to read. Then we're gonna try to get our last 2 segments in. We started a little late, so we're not really out of time because we started a little bit after 7. So we're gonna read a couple more comments. Sis, we're gonna let you go. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, sis. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Love you too.
Oh my gosh, guys, it got so heated. These calls have been going on for 30 and 40 minutes because we've been going back and forth. But the people on the Facebook floor are loving it, so we're giving them what they want. Tony Blunt. All right.
Hold on.
Mr. Duckett, I'm going to read your comment.
Hold on.
Wait, I want you to know, everybody, that you're listening. And about the morning with Ask Anicco on theBlazingRadio.com. Lifestyle, culture, health and wealth, entertainment, relationships, and much more. Bringing a touch of Africa to the Caribbean. Ask Anicco because she knows.
All
right. Back. Real quick, and then we're going to... We're a mess. Ladies and gents, I'm going to read one more comment. We're going to go to a musical break because we got to get Carnival Connects in there. We're going to do our fashion forecast, and we'll try to do a quick health and wealth segment. Mr. Duckett, I've seen it all morning. Let me read it. Thank you. You said, take them to school. And I love you. I love you too. These guys need to be real with themselves. These hoes ain't loyal when men try to get dogged. It goes both ways. If she's holding it down, she deserves the world. She needs patience though, cause that's what it is. All right. I can accept that. Thank you, all you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please share. Thank you. I'm trying to do my thing. I'm trying to Miss LIB, Miss Penn, thank you so much. Yes, the people, oh, Charlie, I agree. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we're going to go to a musical break, and then we'll be right back. We're going to go into some soca.
Yeah, you caught me off.
Bon, mon ami. Okay, I know I don't sing too well, but all right. Trinity people. Trinity people, I said, come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Move. Oh, y'all, come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Tune in for live. www.ablazingradio.com. We got about maybe 30 more minutes to go. We're gonna give you a little bit more because I see you on the Facebook floor. You want more? We got over 50 comments. Move. I know this topic was touchy.
Show me models. Oh yeah, we always need models for stuff.
Who's that seem to be
Dara?
Which one?
Dara.
Aww. I know that's right, girl. Now, everybody that's just logging in, this is your girl, Anicco Annan, coming to you live in full effect here at Blazing Radio. The show is Ask Anicco. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about the show. We talk about a little bit of everything. We talk about relationship issues. We talk about fashion. We're going to have a fashion forecast in a little bit after we have Carnival Connects, and we'll try to end the show with a few health tips because we haven't had Miss what's her name again? Oh, duh. It's a surprise. Dr. Adu might have one comment. We're running out of time. These phone calls get intense. You guys got a lot to say out there, but you know what? We want to hear it, so we'd like to let it out. We're going to try to control the time on the comments now. We're going to give you maybe like 10 minutes on your comment, and we're going to have to move on because there are a lot of people that were trying to call in and we couldn't get you in. But we appreciate you, so just leave your comments on the Facebook floor and I will read them on the air. Church announcements. We're going to give them in a minute. My show is coming. We're going to announce it on the air in a minute. We still got to do all our stuff for our advertisers and stuff. You know, we still got the technical side of the show. We got to make sure we do that side too, because we don't want that email from the manager, you know. I think that Empress J got a text. That's why we had to do that. But, sorry. I mean, it was getting intense. People had a lot to say. This was a good topic. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Who takes more in a relationship? Men or women, and why? Is this a natural thing that we do, or is it just something that is learned through reference? We don't know why we do this. Ask Anicco is asking. I'm your host, Anicco Annan, along with a slew of co-hosts. One there dancing in the back, Empress J. I don't know if I can get her on the... Yes, Empress J hosts Carnival Connects. She's about to do her Carnival Connects. We're going to have Dr. Adu later in the show. Yeah, we went over a little time, but that's okay. We'll go over a little bit. We're going to do... Hey, that's my song playing. We're going to talk a little bit about some fashion, and then we're going to do health and wealth segment. I think today we'll do, I think she's going to be, why her name keep on the same, what's her name? Monroe? Harper Monroe. Why do I always forget her name? Harper is going to talk about being healthy. So she's going to just have a few comments to say about being healthy. I think she'll have about 3 or 4 tips. We're going to keep it short and sweet and simple. I will be signing off soon on my live. I'm sorry because I got to get to this technical aspect of the show. Please continue to listen. If you're not listening, please log on to www.ablazingradio.com. You can also go on to Empress J's page. Log on to my Instagram. Anicco Annan, Anicco, Anicco Annan. Check me out. I got a lot of videos up there. Check out my YouTube channel, Anicco Annan channel. If you just want to laugh, you're at work, you're bored, check me out. Anicco Annan, I'm your host. This is Ask Anicco. Look at her. Yeah. This girl's a mess. Oh, thank you so much. I look nice. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss J. TNT in the building. Tag J. I wish you had called it. TNT in the business. Big up to Trinidad in the building. Hey. Trinidad is showing love. I love it. Trinidad, we love you too. We will see you in February. Miss Davis, I'm going to see you in Cali in a little bit. That's what's up. What's up? What's up? Let me see what other comments I need to read. Yeah, girl. He is for real. Can you believe he was saying that? Oh, thanks, guys. I'm going to keep doing it. I have faith that this is going to lead to the next level. You guys are helping to reaffirm that. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm keeping it 1,000. Thank you. We love you too, Mr. Duckett. We are a little crazy. I am reading the comments from the guys, Mr. Marlin. I'm reading them. I've read them a million times. A lot of motivation. Thank you, baby. Oh, thank you for that comment. I'm reading all the comments. I would never not read a comment. I want them to come in. That's why I asked you all to put your comments on the floor. Oh, somebody said my voice is so calming. Thank you. It's been described as butter. Oh, this fool is back there dancing. Thank you so much for that comment, Mr. Isaac. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep going. A lot of people say that. Congrats. Thank you, man. Thank you. I've heard that before, and that's why I feel like I need to do this. I tried. Don't make me blush. But thank you for all the compliments, guys. I love it. I'm trying to wake you up, amp up your morning, and I'm trying to amp up your life. Motivation is my love. I love to motivate. I love it. I want everybody to pursue their dreams. Don't give up. Don't quit. Have hope. Have faith. And when you don't see it, it's coming.